Okay, this is looking really good. Um, let's take a closer look. Really good clean job on the pants. You might want to go back into an area like here with the clone stamp tool in Photoshop because you've lost the texture here and that looks very streaky. I mean, in fact, we could do it with clone stamp right here. I can show you an example of that. Right mouse click. Oops. Why is that looking so weird? Huh. I don't know why it's making that menu look so big. Paint, 3D paint, and then assign edit textures, assign, and then like for example, if I wanted to get some of this texture up here, um, I could change this to the clone tool, and then I have to click set clone source and choose my source. Then maybe I'll make this a little bigger, and it's not working at all. Let me just see if this is working in any way. Oh, it could be because my opacity is so low. Let me turn the opacity back up. Okay, let's try that again. Clone, set clone source here, and oh yeah, that's working. Um, I'm going to undo that. I feel like it's sometimes this works better. Let's set clone source again. If you just kind of like spot, like don't, oops. Set clone source here. Like it doesn't seem to like to be dragged that much. Um, maybe that would be easier in Photoshop. I'm not getting the results I like. One thing you probably do want to do in here though, where this could be helpful is when you have seams like that, because that's um, kind of impossible. Whoops, undo. Sometimes you have to undo twice. I'm sure that's the texture border right there. Yeah, I can see it right there. So that's kind of impossible to fix in Photoshop. So that's where this tool can come in a little handy. And set clone source, and maybe here, and then maybe make this a bit smaller. And see, I can paint out that seam. Um, I'm just clicking, I'm not dragging, because it doesn't seem to do a good job when it's dragging. I mean, you can do this kind of thing in Mudbox as well, but if you're having any issues with Mudbox, um, that's kind of another way to paint out those seams. And then the important thing is that then you do save textures, otherwise, and that will overwrite this JPEG file. So maybe have a backup. The shirt, yeah, I guess that looks alright. Um, there's some kind of, I like some of the painting here. Something about that dark area looks a little funny. There's sort of like these very noticeable dots here. Um, Torso, head, arms texture. We can look at it in here. Um, Yeah, I can see how nicely that's painted. It's a nice painting. But I think it's I think it's these things right here that look a little bit funny on the, so I might kind of go into Photoshop and paint those out a bit. Yeah, and I can see you've got some color variation going on in here. That's good. Um, yeah, maybe you want to get a little bit more going on for the shoes. Maybe some, you know, sense of seams, color, texture. Right now they're pretty. Looks just mostly like a solid color. Um, but overall, it's really good. I can see you've got a little hair texture. That's good. Okay. Nice. Yeah. I think you've done a nice job. I particularly like the paint job on the face.